You wake up to the sound of your alarm clock, still feeling drowsy, but you quickly realize it's time to get up. But as soon as you open your eyes, the dreaded thought of going back to the office hits you. You think about the long, boring day ahead, stuck doing the same tasks for 8 hours. You check the calendar and see it's still Tuesday, which means you have to do this 3 more times this week. You start to think of excuses to skip work, but you know you can't. You've tried that before, and it didn't end well. You need your job to pay the bills. On your way to the office, you glance at the people you pass by and wonder what they do for a living. You see the familiar hot dog stand, with a long line of people waiting to grab a snack. You can't help but smile and think, that guy probably makes a good living selling hot dogs, and it looks like fun too. But then you feel a pang of embarrassment. What would your colleagues think if you quit your job to sell hot dogs or burgers? The thought of promoting your menu on social media makes you cringe. You imagine your friends laughing at you, and it's too humiliating to consider. So, you push the thought aside. You tell yourself, I'll continue to work in an office, convinced that it's only a matter of time before you adjust and adapt. However, deep down, you know it's not true. You simply hate your job, your boss, and the culture to its very core. You begin to lay out a plan, perhaps, a career change? You start to envision your dream job, and your imagination runs wild at your cluttered desk. You can almost feel the thrill of waking up every day, for a job that you love. Your vision expands, and you see yourself radiate with joy while doing simple things such as groceries after work, then cruising home in your favorite car. But suddenly, a dark shadow looms, like an eclipse, casting a shroud over your little fantasy. You snap out of your daydream and find yourself face to face with your supervisor. His stern expression is a harsh reminder of reality. He needs the report, and he needs it fast. You reluctantly refocus to get back to work. Despite the daily grind, a spark of hope flickers to life in your mind. It's time for Plan B. You decide to dedicate your weekend and some free time to learning new skills that'll get you closer to your ideal job. It starts this weekend. And you tell yourself silently with determination, I'm breaking free from this place. Finally, it's Friday. You're counting down the hours until clock out time, but you've already got plans. You recall that one of your close friends is celebrating their birthday tonight, and it's going to be a blast. Everyone's going to be there, and you shouldn't miss it. You feel a rush of excitement, a rare feeling for someone stuck in a dull cycle. But then, for a split second, a voice in your head whispers, hey, maybe it's better to kickstart new learnings tonight and make the most of the weekend. But you quickly brush it off. You're too mentally and emotionally exhausted to listen to reason. I need to unwind, just for tonight. You promise yourself it'll be the last time, and you'll make up for it the next day. Saturday morning arrives, and you wake up with a pounding headache, feeling sluggish and bloated. It takes you a few seconds to remember that you're still at your friend's house. Despite the hangover, you can't help but crack a smile. You had a good time. Back at your place, all you can do is crash on the bed. You replay the fun moments from last night, chuckling for a bit, but then you remember the promise to yourself. But you're too exhausted to do anything except sleep. You whisper to yourself, I'll make up for it tomorrow, and drift off. Sunday rolls around, and you're feeling much better. You're determined to keep your promise, but first, you need some hearty meal to start the day. You spend an hour deciding whether to cook or order in, and opt for the latter. Finally, with a happier belly, you sit down at your desk, fire up the computer, and get ready to start self-improvement. But before that, you decided to check your social media accounts, and then you remember that a new episode of your favorite show is out. So you indulge for a few hours, and before you know it, it's already mid-afternoon. You quickly decide to get started on your initiative, but you can't shake off the feeling of guilt for not starting sooner. Your conscience is nagging you, making you feel unfocused and irritated. So, you open another tab and watch another video. And another. Until you realize it's already dark outside, and it's a Sunday. Every Sunday evening, a dreaded feeling haunts you, knowing that you need to go to bed soon so you can wake up on time for that job you despise. You think to your miserable Monday routine, the same old scenery outside the bus window, the traffic, and the people. You notice that some of them look just as trapped as you do. And you tell yourself, at least I'm not alone in this fate. You had a choice. You always have a choice.